What's up, y'all? This is note naming instructions for treble clef people. If you're a bass clef instrument like low brass or bassoon, you're on the wrong video. Go to the other one. All right, treble clefers, let's start by throwing a treble clef on this top staff. So we start with vertical line and the swooshy swoosh, something like that. It's okay if yours is messy. Um, Now, the first thing we're going to do is find the note that is A, which is this second space up. That is the note A. What's helpful is using that as a starting point, because from there I can just use the alphabet to go up and down and name any other note. So as I go up this way, that's going to be through the alphabet in forwards order, which means I go to this line, which is a B, then this space is a C, then this is a D, E. I'm just going through the alphabet here. And then even once I get up here, I'll go G, and we'll talk about ledger lines in a little bit. As I'm going down from that note, that is A, I'm going backwards through the alphabet. So the note before A, and for those of you that, well, for all of us, down here at the bottom, I've got these letters here, so I can use it to drive myself backwards from A. So if we were on A, I go backwards this way because it's hard to know what's before A. So in the musical alphabet, I've just written here A, B, C, D, right? I'm just going in order. When we get to G, we start over again at A because there's no H. Right, so I just wrote that a few times. That's going up the scale a few times. So this, as I start on A, I'll start on this A here and work my way backwards. The note before A is G. So back up on my staff here, this line is G. This space is F. Again, I'm just going backwards down here at the bottom. Before F is E. That's on that line. Before that is D, down below that line. And then again, as I start doing ledger lines, we still use that alphabet. Okay, so that's a handy thing to know. Really, if you just remember that A is this second space right here, then you can find any other note just by going backwards or forwards through the alphabet. It is also helpful to have some sayings in your arsenal to help remember the names of the lines and spaces. So it's kind of like a shortcut, so you can do that faster. So oftentimes we will do, for the spaces, space rhymes with face. So I'm going to write F-A-C-E up from the bottom, right? Those are spaces. For the lines, we go E, G, B, D, and F. And those you can do whatever saying you like. I think every good boy does fine is a common one, starting on the bottom. For me, I like to go Ernie gave Bert dead frogs. All right, so that gets me E, G, B, D, F. And then if I spell the word face, I get the spaces. You'll also notice, here I'll change colors. If I start on this A and go alphabetical order, A, B, C, D, E, F. Again, I'm just going forwards through the alphabet. But if I use these little F-A-C-E and Ernie gave Bert dead frogs, I can find those lines and spaces much faster. All right, part two. Let's go down to this other staff on the bottom. Let's draw a new treble clef. I'll change colors just for fun. Vertical line, swooshy swoosh like that. And now we're talking ledger lines, which are these little lines up above. Might look like that or that. Also lines down below could look like that or that, etc. For naming those, again, we're just alternating line, space, line, space. So we know that this top line is F, because that's what we discovered up here. So if that's F, then I go here. That's the first space above the staff. I'm just going forward through the alphabet. Then we add a letter line. This one's on the line. Next letter in the alphabet is H, so we start over at A. Then we go up to this next space, call it a B. Now I'm up to the next line, I call it a C. I'm just going forward through the alphabet here. So you should, sorry, I should be clearer. The things you're writing for this assignment, you should have written this. You should have written this, and then whatever saying you're going to use, you should have written this. And then naming some ledger lines, you should have written this part. Naming ledger lines down below, again on this bottom staff, we know that this bottom line is E, because Ernie gave Bert dead frogs. E is that first line. And then as we go down to this space below the line, we're going again down here, backwards through the alphabet. We started on E, so now we go to this next one, which is D. All right, so that's a D. Then we go to this first ledger line. The note before that in the alphabet is C. Before that is on this space down here is a B. And this line here is before that is A. So that's an A. And I'm going to tack one more on here even though we're out of room. So we've got that space below that line, poorly drawn. That is the note before A, which is a G. And we could keep going down from there if we wanted to. Okay, this you also should write in your note sheet. So everything highlighted in yellow should be on this page. And then you should be pretty good at naming notes. You ready to turn